So this is pretty scary, but it's a story about the wife of an FBI task force member who has been arrested in connection with the U.S. Capitol riot. So what that means is there was a woman who was arrested, and actually the charges were set by the FBI for taking part in the U.S. Capitol attempted insurrection, and that woman is the wife of an FBI task member in Pittsburgh. So it says the wife of a detective attached to an FBI task force in Pittsburgh was charged for allegedly taking part in the deadly January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Jennifer Heinl, 55, was charged in an FBI criminal complaint filed in the District of Columbia on Wednesday. She is facing several federal charges, including violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds and parading, demonstrating, or picketing in a Capitol building. Heinl reportedly told investigators she had gone to Washington alone on January 5th and returned the next day, and she claims she did not go inside the Capitol. The FBI said in a criminal complaint that she entered the Capitol with another man, Kenneth Grayson. The two had been in communications through Facebook for several weeks discussing travel plans. Surveillance video shows Heinl wearing a red Trump 20 jersey walking through the Capitol Rotunda, Capitol Crypt, and other restricted areas. Grayson is also seen with her inside the rotunda. He was identified by his QAnon sweatshirt and allegedly admitting to investigators that he expressed a feeling or need to kill, and that included current President Joe Biden. Heinl was released on $10,000 unsecured bond. She'll be arraigned in D.C. federal court next week. She's married to Mike Heinl, a Shaler police detective who has been assigned to the FBI's Violent Crimes Task Force for 3 years, working on bank robberies and child predator cases, according to his boss. Shaler Police Chief Sean Frank told Trib Live on Friday that Mike Heinl did not condone his wife's participation in the insurrection. She's responsible for her actions. It's unfortunate he's becoming the focal point of this investigation. So, I don't know. A lot of people are obviously worried because, a lot of people are suspecting that there may have been like some ties with the FBI, with the people who were actually committing the Capitol insurrection, because there wasn't really much enough of a fight from law enforcement against what was going on. Obviously, President Trump was pretty clear from the reports that we got that he was very excited by the riot. He wanted them to go even further because he really believed that the election was stolen from him, and so he wanted those people to basically try to blackmail Congress into giving him the election. So he loved it. So that already kind of put some signs out there, obviously, with the FBI and stuff like that, because they're under the president, of course, in the executive branch. But this is somebody who is not, directly tied to like the U.S. Capitol forces or anything like that. This is somebody who is FBI task force member in Pittsburgh, who's dealing with other stuff. So this is definitely pretty concerning. And honestly, if you are married to somebody who is taking part in this and you're part of the FBI, this might sound kind of controversial, and maybe I could be swayed against this, but I think you should low-key be fired for that. I don't know. The fact that you would associate, like, the danger of just being that closely associated with somebody who is taking part in stuff like that or believes in QAnon and crazy shit like that, that alone should get you fired. I'm sorry. It just is. It's too, it implies a lot about you and what you think and potential for you to do. And I think that's worrisome enough. Also, you could argue it's a bad look for the FBI, obviously, that alone. I definitely think the guy should be fired. You should not be working for the FBI if somebody you live with every day that you chose to associate with, you could divorce at any time, and, believes in all that shit. It's kind of crazy. It's a very bad look. You potentially could be swayed by that or influenced by that. Definitely a bad look, but, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy.